Okay, hello, good evening. Good evening. Hello, good evening, good evening. Oh, what a flipping charade. So I was ready. I had the stream set up, everything was good to go. It was 57 minutes past the hour, 3 minutes till the stream, and I thought, oh, do you know what I'll do? It's a bit contrary to my healthy eating plan, because I've not exercised today because I couldn't be bothered after I got home from work, and I've had a sleep for an hour and a half, so obviously I'm a bit tired, but I thought, you know what, bugger it, I'm going to have a rather large glass of rum. It's not all rum, there's a bit of water in there, there's a bit of sugar syrup and whatever else, but nonetheless still a healthy dose, because I fancied a nice pleasant evening. So I went downstairs, I made me rum and thought, right, quickly make this. Oh yeah, now a minute to go. And then my mother says, right, can you just open this can of beans? The ring has pulled off the top. For my dinner, you see, I'm having some beans with some chicken and chips. What time is it now? 5 past? Did we open this can? No, we didn't. 2 can openers, tin openers, whatever you want to call them, didn't work. And I'm assuming it's because it was a ring pull can where the rings broken off, therefore the can wasn't designed to be opened with a tin opener, so I'm assuming that's the issue, rather than me being incompetent with the tin opener, which could actually be the main reason. Didn't open the can of beans, and I'm 5 minutes late because of it. So I feel like that's a lose-lose situation. But anyway, how are we doing this fine evening? I'm doing fine. Thank you for asking. So just to keep you appraised of the situation, however many people are here, 5, 6, just in case you're interested. Tuesday yesterday, I should be playing football, cancelled. I didn't stream though, because I had a bit of a tabletop session via an app on a phone, which was actually more enjoyable than I thought it would be. The only issue is trying to play a tabletop game that requires you to type things in and read things on a phone screen for 2 hours is rather irksome, and you can't use the PC for it, which is like, oh my god, it would be perfect if I could use a PC, but no, I've got to use a little tiny phone screen. Don't have a tablet, so I can't use a slightly bigger screen, so that's the only drawback. But it was good fun, and it's a bit more accessible, because you can tabletop with your mates for an hour, 2 hours without having to meet physically from all corners of Leeds. Once every 3 weeks. You can do it sort of 2-3 times a week when you've got a couple of hours spare in an evening, so that's quite good. So because I did that yesterday, got into the pen and paper mode and thought, you know what, this evening I'm going to play some Pathfinder. So I did plan to play Monkey Island this evening, but then I thought, no, I'm in the mood for some of this. And then I got a text message to say football tomorrow, when I play football every Thursday, has cancelled as well. So I shall be streaming tomorrow. So 3 streams in a week. It's definitely been spoiled this week. And we'll be playing some more Monkey Island tomorrow instead. So that's the plan for the rest of the week. And then there'll be a stream on Sunday of whatever's left on the schedule. So I've had a busy day at work. I'm now ready to rock and roll. So let's crack on then. Here we are. A fine leader, Mr. Elquist. A fine leader indeed. Not like the shower of shit that's running our country right now. I should be political neutral. But I can't hold my tongue. I can't hold my tongue. I don't do politics, as you know, but I mean, if you just look at even in the UK, if you look at the UK news at the moment, you'll see it is an absolute. It's it's ridiculous. It really is ridiculous. So ridiculous, I'm taking my slippers off. I'm not talking about it makes me so angry. But hey, we don't have to worry about that today, because we have a capable leader in charge. And some of you may even say that's debatable. Such a model leader, he got an invitation to a social gathering. Exactly. People want him to be present. 3 streams, you heard right, Ian. 3 streams this week. Make the most of it. There won't be 3 streams in a week very often. The only drawback with cancelled football is lack of exercise. Or the fact that I actually have to physically do exercise at home, because football doesn't feel like exercise. So, and I've fallen out of I've fallen out I've fallen out of the habit of exercising as religiously as I used to do with insanity. I am finding it increasingly more difficult as I'm getting older. Anyway, Oliver Vini, thank you so much. Oh, have a rum and coke on me. Oh my god. Next time I'm out, I don't go out that often, Oliver. The next time I go out will probably be Christmas Mad Friday, because I've become a bit of a inside drinking kind of guy every Friday, Saturday. But I shall certainly put that contribution towards a bottle of Morgan's and raise a glass to you. Certainly, thank you so much appreciated. Okay, I'm getting kind of warm now, and I've been cold all day, but now I'm suddenly on fire. Got my new jumper on. Do you like it? It's like a little burgundy number, just very plain, but this little fancy collar and all that kind of jazz. Anyway, it looks, it's a Smart Works jumper. Right, okay, so here he is, our noble and competent ruler, Mr. Elquist, Esquire. And we've got stuff to do. I've levelled him up, and everybody else. Very simple. I won't bore you with what I did, but we have we've got more than two things. We've got a Rushlight tournament to go to. We've got a Bard's Calling, which is part of the same situation. And we have a Highborn at Heart, which is Octavia-based quest. She wants to visit her mother in Pitax. So that's 3 things to do in Pitax. But there's also Reggie's Tribe. Now, is that in Pitax or is that somewhere else? I don't know. But the general gist is we're off to Pitax. If Reggie's tribe isn't in Pitax, well, we'll visit Reggie's tribe first. But after that, we're off to Pitax. Who is going to the tournament? That's a good question, Ollie. The Usual Suspects. Isn't that a film? It's a good film, that, apparently. Usual Suspects. Although, was it Kevin Spacey? And he's a bit black-marked nowadays, isn't he? Delightful. So we're taking Reggie because, in case things get violent, we're taking Knock Knock because is he the best person to take on diplomatic duty? He's witty. He could be like the jester, the court jester. He's court jester coming. Ekundio, of course, he's got a dog, and who doesn't love dogs? Lindsay, of course, has to come, and Harim. What do you think you're doing? Where do you think you're going, mister? So it's a choice. There is no choice, really. He has to come as well. It's a choice between Knock Knock and Donfear, actually. I'm going to let you guys decide this one. Because why not? Knock Knock or Donfear to Pitax. And whoever we take to Pitax will remain in our party whilst we're in Pitax. So this is quite a serious decision. Okay? If there's any tough dungeons to go through in Pitax, perhaps take Knock Knock. I don't know. Or maybe Donfear's quite proficient. Oh, you all want chaos. You all want chaos. Well, chaos it is. Let chaos reign in somebody else's kingdom. Not in ours, which is run most diligently by Chandra, predominantly. Chandra has the deck. Trying to think of the phrase from Mass Effect. The commanding officer is ashore. Councillor Chandra has the council. Right, let's carry on. I've only had 3 sips. Right, where's is it all in Pitax? Wicked Hill. Do we go straight to the settlement? No, look at that. Where's Reggie's quest? Is it in Pitax? No! Sharpfang's tribal camp. It's up here. Luckily, we have Glenshire to teleport to. Very handy indeed. This teleport system, so convenient. Lovely. Right, let's go. Let's tootle on. Tootle on. Oh, this is actually a proper region. The Branfeld Mountains. I almost feel as though a grand tour should be in order soon. But not quite yet. And of course it's mountainous region, so it's very difficult to traverse and very slow progress will be made. I had checked how long I played this game for. I think it was 240 hours at the moment on Steam Library, which I think... I can't remember how long Witcher 3 was, I'll have to check, but by the time we finish this will be the... apart from Skyrim, of course, which I could never find out how long that playtime was really, but it's probably going to be the longest RPG that I've played. Because although Skyrim went on for a long time, because of the fact that it was all recorded sessions, I think that dragged it out a bit, so I don't know actually if the actual playtime of Skyrim was longer than this. Anyway, we've arrived and there's a smell of decay in the air and bodies lying all over the place. Something is not right, clearly. Okay, we'll take them. So what has happened? What has happened here? I do wonder. Oh God! So Reggie's visited the location of his old tribe. There's death in the air. There's bodies lying around, and his first thoughts are, "I'm getting wet." Yes, Reggie, we're all getting wet. But don't you have anything to say about the fact that all these people are lying dead at our feet? We got wine. My God, this is quite horrendous. Okay, let's move quickly because fighting in this weather is rather irksome. Maybe we should come back when it's not teaming it down. I don't know. Is our formation correct? Kind of, ish. How about that for a formation? Works for me. Oh, there's a dog! And a person. A person that's alive. We'll get to you in a second. We're in loot and plunder mode right now. Okay, there's nobody else there.
In due time.
Yes, we shall do the parleying for now. Oh, the rain is abating. Very nice. Ingrid, son of Shatara. In the dry grass. In the once dry grass. You can barely make out signs that people once lived here. Burned bits of tents, rusty saws, rain-washed bones. An old half-orc is the only living soul among the desolation. Wrapped in a charred mantle, he sits on the ground, devouring a raw rabbit and tossing the bones to a dog lying at his feet. He squints as you approach, but he doesn't reach for any weapons. Who's there? No one comes by here anymore. I'm Reggie, for sure. Son of the Sharpfangs tribe, and they sold me into slavery. Where are the Sharpfangs? You're looking at them. The old man points to the bones scattered along the ground. All there, elders to children. Just me left of the Sharpfangs. Well, me and you. Yes, who are you exactly? Ingrid, son of Shatara, and last of the Sharpfangs tribe. Got nowhere to go, but my hands have been feeble a long time. I sat here and eat whatever cold brings me, waiting for some kind person to pass by and help an old man bury all these bones. But no one comes. Must think it's a cursed place, and they're right. We're not here for a history lesson. What happened to the Sharpfangs? Dead. All dead. Hola! Thank you for checking in. How's it going? How's the old cruise? Tell me you have an internet package, because I know how extortionate internet is on a cruise ship, so if you're watching on there, you must have the package. Dead, all dead. Chieftain's son destroyed them. See, Chieftain Agdan, may he feast eternally with Gorum. He didn't want anyone else's kid to become chieftain after him, so he needed an heir with incredible power. That's why he chose Gra, the Dragon Eye, to bear his children. She was a mighty orc warrior who scorched her enemies with lightning, boasted of having dragons in her family. She demanded a lot of gold for it, but she delivered more than she promised. She had not one child, but twins. Agdan thought a while on what to do, then wisely decided that a tribe doesn't need two chieftains. Sold the weaker one to someone from the city to get back some of the gold he spent. Started raising the second one, Stragar, to be our new chieftain. The boy was all right, deft, cunning, strong, and he knew how to use dragon charms. Could strike an elk with lightning from his hands when he was a knee-high. But there must have been too much orc and dragon blood in him, and too little human. Older he got, the more, well, you know. I do have the package and it's criminal. I know. Simply because I like to disconnect from from technology when I'm on holiday, so I don't tend to get internet packages on cruises, because I just like to read and shut the world away. But also another reason is they're rather expensive. Now the benefit of travelling with the same cruise company over and over again often is that you get some discounts and stuff and perks for being like different membership levels. And the cruise company that I was with in June, I'm a platinum member now, so we got half price internet, which half price of extortionate is still extortionate. But I got it for I think I got it for 2 days total, because getting it for a day, you could pay for a day at a time, and a day's use at 50% was worth it, just to check in once a week. That was enough for me. Check my emails and stuff, make sure I've not missed anything vital. But apart from that. But anyway, my thinking is that this other twin is Reggie, basically, because he's got kind of special powery things, and he's got like dragon blood in him, and he was sold off as well, so kind of thinking here. Anyway, let's back to the story. He's worse than the storyteller. Had a temper like a dragon. If something went wrong, he'd start fighting right off. Couldn't tell his tribesfolk from strangers, and would shoot lightning at the tiniest provocation. Was always cocky with his father, too. Called him names, screaming about how the chieftain sold his brother, saying he'd look for him and return him to the tribe. In a word, crazy. Anyone else would have been happy that the chief's mantle, the one I wear now, anyone else would be happy to be getting the mantle, especially with no rivals for it. But he was stubborn, wanted his brother back no matter what. Then, one time, Agdan grew tired of Stragar's whims, decided to teach him a lesson, as a father does. Knocked him a couple of times with a long rod. And that was it. Boy screamed like the hells, and his eyes flared blue, started shooting lightning all around. It was terrifying. I still see it in my sleep. Flame, smoke, lightning everywhere, tents burning, one after another. I was too old to fight, so I hid behind a hillock to stay out of the way. Some of the others, they went at him with swords, and they all died. No one survived. Even the little ones were burned alive. He took as good as he gave, though. Died of wounds soon after, and that was the end of the Sharpfangs. Brother. I'm sorry. Discovering something like this is hard. Get lost, I don't need your pity. Sorry, Reggie? Well, what is there to say? Lend me a hand here. Let's give these jerks a proper burial at least. Oh. There we go. Doing our bit for the community. Lad, you're Stragar's brother? The chieftain's second son? This is yours then. Handing over the mantle. Tribe might be gone, but the chieftain's mantle is yours by right. After a moment's hesitation, Reggie accepts the mantle. Thanks, old man. May the gods grant their souls peace. Let's go. Nothing left to do here. The stream is almost a minute delayed. your streams are my reading time. Well, I'm pleased you've joined us all. Okay, so Reggie's found out he had a brother, but of course, his brother is dead, as many of the tribe. So this is the Wyvern Skin Cloak. +2 enhancement bonus to natural armor, resistance to some saving throws. Pretty useful. Where's Reggie on my list here? Reggie, wait, what's he doing? Where's he going? Hello, what? Can I just run away?
That is not far.
We better get back to our settlement quickly before we get into a fight without a tank. Mind you, Dogg'd help us out. Right, let's get the hell out of here. Bloody hellfire. Need some alone time. Nobody gets alone time when I'm in town. It's all about talking about your problems. Right. Oh, he's back. He's back again. He's back again. But how do we talk to him? I skipped the dialogue bit. Who needs the finer details, Ollie? Reggie's like, I'm off back to the capital. And Elko's like, yeah, whatever. What did he just say? I think he said he's off back to the settlement, said Lindsay. All the way back there? Miles away. Right, well, we need to talk to him. Probably have to talk to him at the capital, so we'll teleport back just simply because why not? Top cliff. Let's go. Let's enter top cliff. Always read the fine print. Do you know what? In real life, I'm a stickler for fine print. When it comes to games, fine print. What's that? Fine print. Didn't you read the contract, Elquist? No, clearly not. I had Chandra read it, and she failed to tell me what was going on. Right, where's Reggie? He should be in here. Anyway, forget that. First of all, what we need to ascertain is this cloak any use to him? What cloak has he currently got? +2 resistance to bonus for... that's rubbish. Extra 2 AC? No, because he's already got natural armor from another thing. What's his natural armor bonus coming from? From that? No. From that? It's got a natural armor bonus from somewhere. Natural armor increase +1 natural armor. I read the wrong description. What have I read? Oh! Wrong description. How did that happen? Right, this cloak gives its wearer a +6 resistance bonus to all saving throws, immunity to fear and confusion, and all spells with electricity cast by the wearer inflict an additional 1 damage per die. Okay, that's pretty decent. Does he have much electricity spells? I don't care. It's roleplay friendly. What was this one again? The Shroud of Abaddon. Yeah, that's fine. It's not, yeah, we're happily ditch that to the curb. How did I read the wrong description? I've only had literally half a glass of rum. It seems like things have gone to pot already. Right, we're going to sell a couple of bits here. Selling that. And selling that. 16 grand. And then we're off again. Lightning bolt, chain lightning. Yeah, he's got I can't remember what spells I gave him, to be honest with you, because we don't use much spell. He's got Shocking Grasp. He's got nothing electricity based at all. I read Elquist's cloak description. Ah, he's got nothing electricity apart from Shocking Grasp, which is shocking, isn't it? Let's be honest. We better give him some then, otherwise this cloak is completely and utterly worthless to us. Apart from the immunity to confusion, which is actually quite useful. So not completely useless then, but half useful. Half useless. Righty-ho. Let's get out of here. We don't care about optimization, clearly, as a role player. It's nice when it happens, but if it doesn't, then it's fine. Right then, we're off back again. Where was it? Narville? Which one is the one in the Glenshire? That's the one. Okay, folks, we are off. Now, we're not going to go to any of the other side regions. We're off straight to the capital. And I'm thinking, is Rushlight Fields? What's the quickest way to the Rushlight Fields? Is it through the entirety of Pitax, or is it coming from this side? If we were to transport ourselves maybe to, they say here, and come down and through that way, I think it's a close call. It's mainly flat, so it shouldn't take too long, to be honest. Let's just go with the flow. Unlock some of the other areas as we go on a tour of Pitax. Anyway, we should be allowed... Oh, there's another mysterious shrine to go with the other mysterious shrines that we have come across. So now we can solve this mysterious shrine mystery with the help of Google. Because somebody gave me permission to use Google. Just the one person was enough for me to say, do you know what, I'll do it. Cultists. Oh, really? Why have these idiots reared their heads again, I wonder? No, come back. Come back. Come back. There we go. And let's go. There's a big bear here. Okay, there's a big bear hitting our... No. Let's not do that. No, in fact, you can carry on firing at the bear. You can come here. No. No. Okay, that's a little bit of a mess, wasn't it? Oh, diddly dee. Right, okay, Tristione. Was it this one? Yeah, 2d6, that's fine.
I'm listening.
Probably going to need... I don't know, we've got lots of casts of this. We're probably going to rest in Pitax at some point, that'll do. And then maybe we'll just use a spell of some description to cast critical wound healing. There we go. There you go, Mr. Doggy. All in order now. These seem to be enchanted blade, enchanted items. Well, a slight distraction and some loot. Suppose it's not the worst thing that could possibly happen to us. Yeah, I've read the solution, but obviously I didn't comprehend the solution because it wasn't a straightforward solution. So I thought I'll cross that bridge when I get the other locations. For somebody to solve that without aid, they've done a very good job. But apparently, it's a similar solution to two problems that we've already solved. The first one was the solution with the arms going up and down in Jamandi's place, and then the second solution was the one where we had to turn the candles off in that underground area, and then that big nasty monster came out that we had to about 3 or 4 tries to kill. It's a kind of similar solution to those problems, apparently. But rather than having the buttons to press and things at your fingertips, you've got them spread across the map, which makes it even more difficult, because what you have to do is you have to kind of transpose the different map areas kind of together to see the solution. Oh, don't explain it now, Ollie. I'll forget. Explain it when I'm ready to do it, so that I remember. But I welcome any kind of simplistic solution. You know what? I've missed having a drink on a stream occasionally. It makes me sound like some kind of alcoholic, doesn't it? But it's quite nice on an evening. Because I don't stream on an evening, on a work evening, like a Wednesday, whatever. Because I've been busy in football and stuff. But just to sit down after a hard day's work and just have just a glass and a bit of Pathfinder. It's a rather relaxing affair. Rill and spill. Rushlight.
Would be nice, don't
No.
you think?
Oh. Okay. Another mysterious shrine. I think I found it. I think that's 4. I think there's 4 of them, or maybe there's 5. 4, 5, 4, 5. So we've got 2 that we've come across now. Mr. Skeletal Salesman. Do you have any? There's 5. Thank you, Ollie. Do you have any daggers, perchance? And if not, do you have any light crossbows, perchance? Because I've given Lindsay light crossbow specialisation, light crossbow improved critical, light crossbow improved specialisation, weapon specialisation. I've given her everything in light crossbows. And what's she using? A heavy crossbow. So rather than respec her, I'm hoping to find a decent light crossbow for her. When I went down that kind of specking line, I did a little bit of reading on builds and stuff, and it was mentioned that light crossbows are more prevalent in the game, and all I have seen is heavy crossbows that are useful for her. Like a throat heavy crossbow, knee splitting heavy crossbow, the one that she's carrying right now. Light crossbows? Either I've just overlooked them, like the small print, or I just have been unlucky not coming across any. Anyway, there's no thingies there. There's no. Your artisans have made so. Yeah, I had a feeling that that's probably the case, because I completely forgot that I give it a light specialisation rather than heavy. But hey, that's Elquist for you. Lindsay's like, that could be useful for me. Shut up, Lindsay. It's going in the junk drawer. But I'm better with light crossbows than heavy. Shut up, I said. Okay. Just put that in my journal, shall I? Obtuse. Doesn't listen to reason. Right, anyway, this guy has got nothing that I want. Apart from the fact that I can sell some crap, so let's do that. Whilst we're here. Offer the crap and sell the semi-crap stuff as well. Make sure that I'm not selling anything useful, and then we'll go. Sold them all. I checked my inventory before the start of the session. I thought, have I stashed light crossbows away somewhere perhaps? No, I've clearly sold them all. As you do. If it's not a dagger, I don't care. Says Elquist. Okay. When our artisans next come to us, we're going to ask them to make a light crossbow. Whichever one makes a light crossbow, we'll find them. There is a light crossbow +4 sold in Pitax. Oh, there you go, you see. I knew it was coming. Hemlock Island. So look at Pitax. It looks like a lovely place. Am I at the right side of the island here? No. Clearly not. How do I get across? Oh, I've come the wrong way. Why is there not a bridge? I'm now fatigued. Right, okay, this is not good. No, what are you doing? There's no time for rest here. Rest? What is that concept? I have no clue. Right, let's carry on. Aha! Rushlight Fields. Right, I'm not expecting conflict here, but there could be... Ooh, what do we do? Do we rest? Could always buy them back. Oh, an extortionate price. Call it a buy. You know, it's not him selling it back to us for a fee. He's like, well, you do know there's going to be additional cost, Your Grace, to retrieve that crossbow now, because obviously it's gone from our realm and we have to, and after it goes horse, it's retrieval, so it's a surcharge on that service. Okay, let's rest. It's not going to cost us anything, is it? Other than time, rations. Look at that! I have a completely, utterly, camouflage was my job, right? Yeah, that was your job. Lindsay's the cook, and then Reggie and Knock Knock are there to prevent any other issues. Right, we're going to be doing some parlaying maybe. So let's have a look if there's any parlaying type recipes. A random +4 bonus to ability score. Where's the one that's... there's one that's... wasn't it chocolate ice cream that's plus to bonus to skill checks? Yeah! What better food to have before meeting a fellow king than chocolate ice cream? Says the man that doesn't like chocolate ice cream, by the way. I love vanilla ice cream. So my friend goes mad because when we get ice cream, every so often, maybe once a month on a weekend, and she's like, "What ice cream shall we get?" And I'm like, "Vanilla." And she's like, "No, boring." I'm like, "Vanilla." I don't like chocolate ice cream. I don't like bits of chocolate in my ice cream because I hate cold chocolate. I hate chocolate in the fridge. It has to be warm and melty. I hate mint ice cream. What else don't I like it? I don't like any. I don't like. What else don't I like in ice cream? I like raspberry ripple. I like vanilla. I quite like Haagen-Dazs's brownie ice cream. There's one that they've got that's got bits of brownie in it. That's nice because the brownie's soft and not hard like bits of chocolate. But my favourite ice cream, and I'm sure I've mentioned this before, out of any, and the Haagen-Dazs version of this. You don't get it that often, but it's delightful. And I'm not going to have to sauce this for the weekend now that I've talked about it. Peanut butter. Peanut butter ice cream. Oh, heaven. Heaven in a bowl. Forget that. Heaven in a tub. It doesn't even make it to a bowl. I ain't got time to put it in a bowl. I just eat it straight out of the tub.
You know what I like about you? You're almost the only one here who's not trying to tell me that I live the wrong way.
Knock knock.
Oh, live however
Lindsay.
you like. What do I care? Each of us writes their own story.
Strawberry ice cream? No. Not a big fan of that, really. Not a big fan. Any other ice creams that I like? Pear? Pear ice cream? You're surely joking. Now pear crumble with vanilla ice cream. Now we're talking. I picked my pear. I told you I picked. Did I tell you? I must have. Yeah, I think I did. I told you I picked my pears 2 weeks ago. My mum made pear crumble last Saturday. There's like about 5 or 6 pears left now. I think. Maybe about. They've already gone. It makes me sad that they grow on the tree for an entire year. A year these things are growing. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't have to tend to them. They're self-sufficient, it's a tree. And then it comes the time to pick them. Same with the plum tree. Plums August, pears October. And then you think, oh my God, look, you check in on it from time to time. Oh, look, there's loads of pears growing this year. Oh, it's going to be marvellous. Because some years are better than others, based on the weather and stuff. And then you get to the stage where you pick the pears and it's quite an ordeal going up the ladders to pick them all, and the more you see, the more you want to pick. It becomes a bit of a game. He's like, I won't leave a single pair left on this tree. I'm going to have every pair. The ones that are hanging over to the neighbour's garden, I'll risk breaking my neck by reaching up on the top of a ladder, stretching to get them. Because they're there, I can see them, and I want them. Why should the neighbours have them when it's my tree? So I take them. And then you go through the entire ordeal, and then they're gone in a week. Hence why I don't grow vegetables and stuff. Anyway, I digress slightly. Sorry. This is what happens. Okay! It's tournament time! Time to parlay! Is he going to be there? We've heard so much about Iravetti. Is it time to finally meet the man in person? King to king! Oh! I love a good parlay. Donfia probably likes to parlay more than Elquist does, but hey, he's not here. And perhaps that's a good thing. Oh. Oh, he's here! Straight away! Look at that! Castruccio Iravetti. What a lovely first name. Reminds us of Tartuccio, which is a bad thing. King Iravetti. I'm just getting a look at his picture because I had my own image of Iravetti based on his antics and description, and he looks actually not too dissimilar from how I imagined him. Sort of stout fella, armour, dark hair. Very good. And there's also the half-elf, very slender, dashing looks. Complete opposites. But don't let that fool you, because I can stab you with my daggers. Hello, JJ. King Iravetti greets you personally. He's wearing his crown. It's a good job I'm wearing mine, isn't it? Ollie, you just mentioned the crowns. Whose crown's better? Clearly ours. The bulky Kellid is broad-shouldered and looks to be somewhat around 50 years of age. His golden crown, inferior to your own, sits on long, greasy hair, unlike our lovely, wispy, white, well-kept hair. Not that we're comparing here. Above a heavily powdered face, covered in bristle, unlike our lovely, smooth, clean-shaven face. His expensive doublet, not more expensive than ours, I imagine, is stained with oily spots, whereas ours is clearly pristine. Complete opposites, as I said. He guffaws as he squeezes you in a bear hug, as Elquist winces, enveloping you in the mixed sense of sweat, wine, and expensive perfume. This is quite the welcome. Thank you, King Iravetti. Elquist coughing, half due to the smell and half due to having the wind squeezed out of his lungs.
Well, my crown-bearing brother, welcome to my home. Stuff yourself, drink, be my guest. You've proven yourself in combat as well as affairs of state. Let's see how you do at having fun.
Ha ha! I thank you, King Iravetti, for your warm welcome and hospitality. I don't know if you've heard, but I excel in having fun. Do you have any brothels or dance halls here?
Brother? What? Why?
Oh no.
It's the crown. He's better.
Blasphemy! Treason! Who asked not to be present here? Shut up! Well, ooh, how cutting do we want to be here? Perhaps not quite so cutting just yet. Yes, a gentle, half-elfy type pat on the back here. We certainly don't have the stature to grasp him in a bear hug, that's for sure. I'm happy to finally meet you.
It's no good for kings and queens to stay in our palaces all the time. We need to meet, be friends with one another. It's all about keeping up neighborly relations, you know.
Chandra's words probably ringing in our ears. He might speak a semblance of truth.
So here's the plan. First, the Fishers' Triathlon.
Fishers?
Then a boasting contest.
boasting?
And in the evening, the best part, a drunken melee.
Oh, yes.
In the interim, there'll be a buffet, a fair, jugglers, acrobats, all the usual entertainment. And after the
Brothel?
melee, I'll announce the winner. And then we'll have a festive banquet and a fireworks show. Then we just drink till morning or find a tent to crawl into. Your own or someone else's, depending on... By the way, a knockout such as yourself will always be welcome in my tent. Just joking. Just a joke.
Are you, you're causing me to blush here. But yes, the plans do sound rather marvellous, and very much fun-filled, if I do say so.
Oh, and one more thing. I'll have to seal your sheath. This is a peaceful celebration, after all, and bullies will be kicked out immediately. It doesn't matter if it's a king who decided to kick up a row or just a shopkeeper. So behave yourself and don't start any fights while you're here.
Maybe it's because, I don't know, does it say something about my mind that when he said, I'll have to seal your sheath, I got rude thoughts? Sorry. But I did. I don't intend to start any fights. I mean, look at me, King Iravetti. I'm the model of diplomacy here. I am not one for brawling, that is for sure.
Well, I have to go. If you need anything, talk to Nunzio Arpaia. He's my master of ceremonies, so he's responsible for organizing this mess. Have fun.
I thank you very much for taking the time to greet me personally, King Iravetti. I shall indeed speak to Nunzio very shortly for the finer details. As we watch intently as he leaves. Wow! Participate in the first event. Oh, now hang on just a second. We're taking part. I mean, I didn't expect anything less. Elquist, as of course, being the model of entertainment and fun. I mean, you should look at what's in his own settlements. Is there anything military there to protect the people? No. Not at all. Right, we've got lots to do and see, apparently. Right, okay, so participate in the first contest. The fishing triathlon. That sounds very dull. Sorry to people that like fishing, but I mean, come on. I haven't come all this way to get a fishing rod out, even a laugh. Forget that. We're off shopping. I've got a vast kingly fortune here. 410,000. We're not carrying 410,000 in our coin purse at this point. We're carrying, essentially, IOUs. I imagine. Don't worry, my Bartholomew will sort it. He'll have it bank transferred. Hello, Frida. Right, let's carry on. We probably carry a few thousand around at least, but anything that's a major purchase, there'll be something, some kind of system in place. Fast kingly fortune. I'm sure we got more money than this fella. Probably haven't, to be fair, but hey, one can only imagine. Right, let's just have a nice, relaxing stroll around the place, not getting ourselves into any trouble at all. Apart from the fact that we're just pilfering a few odds and ends. Kind of don't want to steal anything, really. Oh. Apart from a book, perhaps. Goblin Merchant! Pitax Warden. Okay, we're just taking a nice scenic walk up the river here. It's our first task. Blah, 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 blah. Aha! Very good. Were they saying anything? They were speaking in Goblin. Knock knock is right. This man has nothing apart from a fearsome mace of twerk. Perhaps not. Pitax warden, a line of tents, some bunting, a pier. Ah, who are these people? Dock workers. These pirates are a blight on Pitax. Ah, greetings everyone, greetings. How is the day faring so far? Several concerned dock workers crowd around a finely dressed half-elf who listens to the workers with imperious dignity. Ah, it's as we've been telling you, Judge. This is the third shipment in 2 months they've stolen from us. Can't keep that up. Doesn't matter how good the last year's business has been. No cargo means no pay, and no pay means no shipments. New shipments at that. We asked you about the theft before, and there's nothing changed. Where's the King's justice, Your Honour? The half-elf patiently motions for silence. It is true that pirates have taken route along the Pitax River and attacked several shipments heading upriver. The King has... King Iravetti shall address the problem soon. However, he will hear no formal complaints until after the Rushlight tournament. In the meantime, he advises that travellers downriver take care around Little Town. Until then, partake in the festivities and the King's generosity. If anyone has further questions or concerns, I am at your disposal. The gathered workers grumble and disperse. A bright sash cuts across this man's chest, identifying him as a magistrate of Pitax. He makes a shallow bow while keeping his head inclined upward, as if being polite whilst also conveying his superiority. Superiority to whom, might I say? May the King's law guide you at the Rushlight tournament today. Yes. Can't help but overhear that there's a problem with stolen shipments. A problem, is there? Oh, yes, that. An outbreak of river piracy has caused some consternation among the citizens. Simply avoid or exercise caution near Little Town in the meantime. We can't help ourselves. Perhaps Pitax would benefit from somebody who has a history of vanquishing bandits. Let us be clear. Pitax's armed forces are entirely capable of handling these criminals. There's no need for would-be heroes, aspiring vigilantes to get involved, much less foreign interests. I recommend enjoying the rest of the festival. How can he be so deaf to the people's woes? And he calls himself a judge. Judge indeed. Clearly I'm addressing someone important, but I don't believe we've had the pleasure of meeting. Yes, well, clearly I am the Honourable Walsh Kelvaway, a magistrate of Pitax, judge of the people's concerns and executor of the King's justice. And I am King Elquist. Pleased to make your acquaintance, and a fine day to you. I have good festivities to enjoy. Okay, I've got a feeling we'll be seeing more of this Mr. Walsh. Calway, Servaway, whatever he's called. Elquist has no time for names. Not at a time like this, that's for certain. We'll be seeing more of him in due course, I feel. Okay, let's carry on upstream.
As it should be.
Nice little slide dig by Elquist there. I like it. Need help with bandits, do you? Quite well versed in such pursuits. Perhaps you need our assistance? Struggling to deal with the riffraff, are you?
In due time.
Yes. Do. Right, we're not going to steal anything apart from wands and scrolls, clearly. There's nobody here to see us. And a sky metal cogwheel. Well, we'll blame Knock Knock if we get caught stealing. Ooh, what's this? Oh! Hey! You can't be here. This is Highness King Iravetti's camp. Yes, I'm quite aware of who he is. He is the one who invited me. We're not supposed to allow anyone in. If the king commands it, we will. But at this point, you could be a thief, for all we know. A thief? I'm scolded and I'm offended. I wouldn't take anything that doesn't belong to me. Just straightening his robes where he's crammed in some scrolls and wands. Ah, well, fine. I'll just get going for now. Accusing me of being a thief. How dare he? So, okay, some tens. There's an option there to bribe him to get in, which could be interesting. Oh, for God's sake. Bog off. I'm just being nosy. Ooh. Some more nobility-looking people. Yeah, let's go and mingle.
No mistakes.
Go and mingle with a riffraff. Ah, greetings, Your Highness. I'm Atalia Gitaran, headmaster of the Academy of Grand Arts. Welcome to the tournament. Is this your first time here? I'll be honest, I'm delighted to hear what you've done with Stagfall. Not so long ago, it was little more than a hole in the ground. But you've brought it real civilization. Bravo. Ah, Atalia Gitaran. How fares the academy? Oh. I thought I heard something. Just splendid. If you ever find time to visit Pitax, I'll gladly give you a tour. We're currently holding an exhibition of our graduates' works, though it's a pity that... No, it's fine. Believe me, we have plenty worth coming to see and hear. Ah, Natalia. I get the impression that something's upsetting you. No, please don't worry. I'm just disappointed that one of our best students, Trebrisent of Cordelin, couldn't be here today. He could be singing in any capital, but the king chose to send him to some backcountry village called Little Town. Of course, His Highness would never squander talent, so I'm sure we'll hear from Trebisent again. But still, I do worry. Little Town is a place that we were warned to stay away from. Clearly the king has sent this poor star pupil to his death. I see. And who might you recommend that I meet here? Dignitaries, important types? There are many respectable attendees today. You already know King Iravetti, of course. You should be sure to speak with the High Priest Dre Yarns as well. He's truly a wise and honourable man. And if I may give you one piece of advice, beware of Carnival. He may be business partners with King Iravetti himself, but those who deal with him usually find themselves in a bad way. Since he showed up in the city, our dear captain of the guard, Say Less, has so much more work that he... forgive me, I've probably said too much. Right, I shall get my dinner and I shall be back for more fun and games at the tournaments. All right, so announcing that Lindsay has some interesting news. Yes! Professor Airbold found refuge in our capital. And you know what? He's writing his memoirs of his time at the academy. I'm sure it'll be an entertaining read for everyone in Pitax. No, all of Avistan. A book, you say? How brave of him. I hope he doesn't neglect to include the details of his dismissal. What details? What do you mean? Iravetti kicked Professor Abel out for just being too smart, didn't he? I'm sure that's exactly how he described it. They call him the insightful for a reason after all. Anyway, forgive me, but I've no interest in discussing this topic further. If you'd like to exchange idle gossip, I'm sure you can find much more willing and interesting company here. I suspect you know to whom I'm referring. Oh, interesting. Interesting. So, that professor may not have gone without disgrace. Talk to Anamid Belavara. Okay, we will eventually. Grelton Guest. Oh, that's as in. I thought that was his name. I thought that was his name. No, it's a guest from Grelton. Okay, very good. Oh, hang on. I'm leaving half my party behind. Elquist is so eager to get on with things. Right, Walsh, Kelvaway. We've got Atalia, whatever. Anamid Belvara is right here. Let us speak with her now, shall we? Or is it a him? No, it's a her. Is it a him? No, it's a her. And a crate of goodies right next to them. We won't loot these. Right in open sight. This looks like a tournament ground. Dre Yarns. What did she say about Dre Yarns? She mentioned Dre Yarns, right? Beware of Khan Viril. Oh, he's the high priest. He's the high priest. Dre Yarns, very good. All these names, it's difficult to keep track. Oh, Elquist, the famed Baron. No, excuse me. The King of Stagfall now has come to visit us. It's such a delight to see you here. Maestro Belvara. Do you remember me? Belvara. Just miss a... Just shorten it, it's fine. Ah, Lindsay, of course I remember you. You and your nonsense at the poetics exam. Oh dear. I hear you have your own publishing house now. I didn't take you for the entrepreneurial sort, but I'm happy you finally found your calling. Oh, conversation. Please do tell me about your Pitaxian names. Yes, just roll off Elquist's tongue, don't they? You could have easily asked any one of my admirers who Anamid Bellavara is. That would be about 3/4 of Pitax, and the rest are all my haters. You don't get to be the best among a city of poets and musicians without gathering a few enemies along the way. But why should I concern myself with hacks and sawheads? I see. Can you tell me anything about the king himself? Love him or hate him, you can't deny he's a great man. The Pitax was a boring place before him. Only pirates, fences, and other scum did any business in the area. But then King Iravetti came and turned it into the cultural capital of the region. With him in charge, the arts have flourished, and the city's been filled with songs, paintings, and statues. I just pray that Calistria breathes the same love of the arts into the withered hearts of some of the other rulers in the region, who'd prefer to squander their resources on sabre rattling. Some may say the king doesn't have a taste for art, success. Any successful person gets haters spreading dirty rumours about them. You should hear the things they say about me. Pay it no mind, our king is a man of exquisite taste, with appreciation for all kinds of art. I see. Tell me more about these king's enemies. Take some of the old trade houses. Liacenza and some others whom he stripped of their power. They'd love to see him at the bottom of the river, but even now, in their mutual sorry states, they can't manage to work together. There's also Ursi Salis, captain of the guard. He was just seething with indignation when the king brought new rules to the city. But who wants to listen to the whining of failures like them? Iravetti brought a golden age to Pitax. And how much has he paid you to say that? Or perhaps he's threatened your family, who knows? And tell me a bit more about this tournament. Our beloved king has run this tournament once in several years since he took the throne. Guests from all over the River Kingdoms come for it, from Daggermark to Miven. It's a pity Brevoy didn't honour us with any representatives this year. I guess the Aldori aren't in a very festive mood right now. On the bright side, we get to host you for the first time. And Callistria willing, it won't be the last. Perhaps not. We'll see how it goes. So who might you recommend that I meet here? That depends on what you're looking for. If you're in the mood for pleasant company, well, you've already met me. And if you're in the mood for some schadenfreude, you could listen to the whining of Gasper Liacenza. Oh, interesting. His family lost the Pitaxian crown in a card game. Or maybe Italia Gitaran, the headmaster of the academy, who seems to think her skill at bureaucracy makes her a good bard. And if thrills are what you're after, especially the shivers down your spine kind. Elquist ears perk up here. Try speaking with Khan of the Real, head of the Thieves Guild. Okay. You look like a spy to me, prepare to die. That would cause all manner of disruption, would it not? Lindsay, do you have something to ask Anna Mead? Lindsay, I hope it just isn't about any of the lectures I used to give you at the academy. Go ahead, ask away. Sorry, but I really need to know the truth. Why did Iravetti kick Professor Eobald out of the academy? Oh, yes. He did move to your kingdom, didn't he? I'm curious how he portrayed his dismissal. I bet it was something like a poem in 6 verses recounting the tale of a tyrant ousting a poor but honest scientist for telling the truth. The reality is much more mundane. Iravetti didn't fire Eobald. Atalia did. And I have to give it to her. This time, unlike most times, she was completely right. That can't be. Lindsay, calm down. Why exactly did Talia expel Eobald? Well, Eobald is a very fine teacher, of course, but he pays too much attention to how his favourite students perform in class and not enough to their extracurricular activities. Why worry if they steal a trinket here or there, or maybe rough someone up on occasion, so long as their poetry and music are exemplary? Predictably, this led to a sad end. What was supposed to be just another innocent joke from one of his favourites, Alondi, led to someone's death. It was an accident, certainly. The kids just underestimated their own strength. Atalia expelled the lot of them, and as always, Eobald went to stand up for them. But this time, he discovered that her patience was not boundless. She blamed him, said that he'd let his troublemakers run wild, so he could get out of the academy along with them. She told him she won't tolerate any more bullying, even if it's coming from genius students. I understand it's odd to hear "won't tolerate" from Italia Gitaran, but that's really what happened. Which ties up with what's happened, because he was a bully previously. Bullying continued. Makes sense. If Iravetti didn't banish Eobald, then why did he send those cutthroats after him? He'd planned to return the old man to Pitax and make Italia reinstate him into the academy. Or failing that, he'd at least wanted to keep him from going to you. Eobald the Insightful is a prominent name. Of course, Iravetti would want the teacher serving him rather than his neighbours. I see. And why would Italia hide the circumstances around Eobald's dismissal? She doesn't like to discuss the Academy's internal affairs. Behind that neat facade, there are many events she's looked the other way on over the years. All in good faith, of course. Yeah, well, thank you for telling us the truth. I'm not sure you should be thanking me. I see Paul Lindsay's not too happy with this truth. Hey, come on, girl, cheer up. Being disappointed by people is practically a professional necessity for people like us. Whatever I may have said before, you're not a bad bard. And that means sometimes you have to face the music. Thank you. Paul Lindsay. Annamede? I bid you farewell. Enjoy the celebration. I can't believe it. Teacher lied to me all this time. I'm going to learn the truth as soon as we get back to the capital. Yes, Lindsay, as soon as we get back to the capital, but not too soon. There's festivities to enjoy. Okay, let's go speak with the High Priest. More guests? No, there's Nunzio. Interesting, okay. Still got a fair little bit to explore, though. What's this? There's Nunzio. Dreyarns. Yeah, in a few weeks' time. Exactly. Exactly.
All according to plan.
Dreyarns. Oh, a new face at the celebration. I'm pleased to meet you, Dreyarns, High Priest of Calistria, at your disposal. Hail the unquenchable fire. May Our Lady's charity never leave us. Well, I mean, we obviously are a Calistrian. Well, I say we don't worship anybody really, but I mean, we have to pick a deity, I believe. Did we have to pick a deity at the start of the game? I think we did. We picked Calistria anyway. The goddess of revenge, if I'm not mistaken. I'm sure many mention Iravetti in their prayers to her, and probably not with the kindest words. You are well versed in matters both spiritual and political. Of course, it is not my place to say what people pray to my lady for, but you're right that many would wish for revenge upon him. To be honest, our temple has only benefited from his rise to power. Iravetti isn't stingy with his donations, and the celebrations he holds are beyond all praise. The king himself, though, his exorbitant pride is irritating. Calistria dislikes those who would place themselves above the gods, and I wouldn't be surprised if she teaches him a lesson, sooner or later. That I could deal with, though. There's something else that I find harder and harder to tolerate. You see, the goddess patronizes bodily love, but only that given voluntarily. See, our visits to the brothel are our way of worshipping Calistria. Elquist. That's what you tell. That's what you tell everybody. It is sometimes difficult for me to protect our young priests and priestesses from his unsolicited attentions. I fear to imagine how hard it must be for our beautiful Annamede or what Italia Guitaran must deal with. The king is said to often mistake the academy for his personal harem. Tax deductible. All in the name of worship. He's a devout worshipper. I can't believe it. All this time I'm saying Elquist is not religious. Clearly he's very religious. He just worships in his own way. That's fun. Holy hell. I never knew. Elquist, your truth has been ousted. Right here today. All from Dreyan's lips. Holy hell. Anyway, let's carry on. It's just it's beautiful. It just, I mean, it just fits so. It just fits so perfectly. It's almost scripted. Ah, dear. So you're not happy with Iravetti's reign? Oh, no, I've no issue with his reign. He's a generous donor, and the celebrations he holds are beyond praise. The king himself, though, yes. As I've said before. Okay. So, do many Pitaxians worship Calistria? He winks. What? You've got something in your eye there, Elquist. Of course. Elquist. Ooh. She's been the patron goddess of Pitax since its founding. The goddess likes our joyful town, and its citizens love her in return. If you ever visit Pitax, you would surely enjoy the proud spikes of her cathedral. It's the most beautiful building in the city. I see. Well, fare thee well. May the grace of the goddess always be with you. Oh my God. There was always methods to Elquist's madness. Right, we're not going to speak with him yet, Nunzio, just yet. Let's go speak with other people first. I don't want to go too close to him in case it triggers an auto conversation. Stefano Mosconi. I just want to get a lie of the land. Time and guest. Oh, that's not a person. Keep forgetting. Oh, hang on. The Quest Electri. Oh, we have to take that. We have to take that. I'm sorry. Just quickly pilfering. It's only a book. Who cares? Ooh, okay. We've got some... Ooh, lots of named people. Ferocious hodags. Guests. Okay, talking with him progresses the tournament. We don't want to do that just yet. And I'm going to eat before I do that.
What's that thing?
Ooh, more things. Ooh, more cogwheels. Daggermark guest, time and guest. Ooh. Mysteriado. The hell? Manticores. Uh-oh.
Follow my lead.
Oh, I like the music. This music reminds me of The Witcher. It's a very Witcher-esque kind of vibe, that music. Ooh, do you know what? We'll take it. We'll take a few bits. We'll take a few wares. We don't mind pilfering in front of the guests. We've got a crown on our head, and that entitles us to take what we want, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Is that not how this works? If you're wearing a crown, you get free reign of all the loot. Sorry, where's where it come from? Right, let's carry on looting and exploring. A drunken bully, a trader. A young man staggers toward you, his expensive doublet wet with wine. As he passes, he brushes shoulders with you and starts yelling, his breath rank with alcohol. Watch yourself! Who do you think you are, pig? You tramped on my foot and ruined my doublet. I demand satisfaction. Ooh. We can't help ourselves. We can't help ourselves. He's drunk as a skunk. We can't help it. A sly dig with the hilt of our dagger. Boom! Right in the temple. And we're not a violent person, but hey. No one notices as you drive a swift blow to the bully's solar plexus. It simply seems as though he swayed and leaned on you, after which you graciously helped him step away to lie down in the shade. Oh, you clown. How dare you. Brush your shoulders against a king. You'll look at it and stab you. Treason. More traders, wardens. Jesus, this is a large place. There's all that still left to go. Oh, I mean, we've basically uncovered a hell of a lot of people that I'm struggling to keep track of here. But we'll get round everybody eventually. There's no rush. Carnivore. Thief extraordinaire. Oh no, what's happened now? Aymar de Champ. Amid the tournament's frivolity, you notice that two men nearby are having a heated but hushed discussion. One wears flashy clothing fit for an entertainer, whereas the other wears steel armour and a red cloak of Pitax's guard. Let's eavesdrop from a distance. Oh no, don't worry, we've got good stealth, we'll creep closer. Although the two huddle near one another, their voices only occasionally rising above the ambient laughter and music, you're able to overhear their conversation. Talwyn Halmarian. The guard sternly chides the entertainer. I don't know quite what you're up to, Aymar, but I know that look. You're planning something dangerous. This isn't the time. You know he's become harsher about... Look around you, Talwyn. This celebration is just more blood and sport to cover for the ongoing troubles, and we've both helped shepherd it along. This isn't the future we had planned for, but it's the one that the fates have dealt. Can we really stand by? You know how harsh justice is these days. I've seen it with my own eyes, and it would crush me to see noble intentions harming good people, especially like you. I appreciate those feelings, I do. But what Pitax needs now is action, and I intend to act. The entertainer looks up, spots you, and smiles as Talwyn frowns and sadly walks away. Ah, it's a rare day that life emulates screenplays, Your Highness. Could it be that the heroes have arrived in the people's time of need? Oh, heroism! That's exactly what we do. See that symbol on his clothing? That marks him as a member of the Red Crescent Theatre in Pitax, a fellow artist. She eagerly takes her journal out. Imagine the stories we could write together. Yes, well, I've helped a lot of people, but most have the decency to introduce themselves to me first. Ah, yes, indeed. Ah, my manners. I'm Aymar de Champ, a playwright and stage artist attracted here by King Iravetti's call for theatrical talent. I'm also a student of local legends, which is how I recognised you. Ah, and who was that you were talking to? That was Sergeant of the Guard Talwyn Halmarian. He's the finest guardsman I've had the pleasure to meet. That might not seem impressive in Pitax, but you won't find anyone else with the same love for the country and its people. Ah, and I gather you know each other pretty well. Yes, he is my husband, yes, so perhaps I'm biased. He's quite protective, and in Pitax, that means keeping your head down and not speaking ill of the king. I can't afford to stay silent, though, and I'd appreciate your help. Ah, well, what seems to be the problem? I first arrived here 5 years ago answering King Iravetti's call for artists and actors to make Pitax a new crucible for the arts. Admittedly, the king dedicated plenty of money to building new theatres and schools. Art only thrives, though, where there are visitors and patrons to pay for it. And that's where Iravetti has failed. The Pitax River is our lifeline, connecting us to the outside world. River pirates know it, and they prey upon incoming travellers. You might think the king would thwart these pirates and defend his people, but no, he's only sent escorts to protect key shipments, leaving everyone else to the pirates' depredations. This tournament, it hides how we suffer from the king's inaction. Now, when the king's soldiers cannot or will not vanquish the villains, what happens in the stories? That's right, heroes step up. Numerous victims have told me of the attacks, and I have pieced together the appropriate location of the pirates' camp. If you can ambush and defeat them, traffic will flow, commerce will thrive, and you'll command the adoration of the boatmen, dock workers, artists, and more. Naturally, I'm prepared to write a play dramatising your exploits. What do you say? Iravetti's words quickly forgot. What, about not causing trouble? We're not causing trouble. It's not our fault, is it? We're just bumbling through. Before I accept, I have a few questions. The wisest protagonist always has questions. What would you like to know? I'm not Jelly. Me causing trouble? Elquist causing... No. How many pirates are out there? It varies by the report. The camp could have a few dozen, so you might try to take them by surprise. And welcome, by the way. And why exactly does Talwyn disapprove of this plan? That's complicated. Dispatching the pirates would be a service to Pitax, yet it would circumvent the king's authority. That makes him look incompetent, and King Iravetti has quite the temper. Anyone making him look bad is at risk, and that includes me. I'm putting Talwyn in a difficult position. If he reports me, I end up in prison, no doubt. But if he doesn't, his career is at risk. If you succeed, though, maybe everyone wins. Yes, and why exactly hasn't the king acted against the pirates? That's unclear. It might be a lack of soldiers, or perhaps it's a lack of will. Leaving the pirates alone might also undercut political or economic enemies in some way. But at what cost? Well, a few river pirates. and making King Iravetti look incompetent can only be a good thing in the long run, because, hey, we don't appreciate being squeezed and sweated all over for a start. Let alone, we still suspect he's got something to do with Tartuccio's issues. So, a few pesky river pirates, I suppose, in my travels I might be able to, I don't know, dispatch of them? Then it's settled. I'll write down the directions real quick, and when you're done, you meet me in Pitax so I can hear your account. No doubt the magistrate will be pleased to stop getting piracy complaints too. I hope you'll arrive in time to see my latest production. Speaking of which, I'm already late to oversee its rehearsal. Consider this a little preview. Good hunting. Tearful are the skies. An excerpt. Oh, what's he doing? The river pirates plague the people of Pitax. Right, we'll deal with that when we're finished celebrating, of course. And maybe we'll read that excerpt when we're drunk. But for now, there's a few more little areas to explore, and then we need to figure out where we were and where we need to go next. I think we were right here. So we've got to speak to Gasper, to Stefano, to Ursi, to do some shopping, speak to Khan Vril. Oh, lots to do, and fun to be had. Trouble to cause, because that's what we do best. Nab some food? Any port? No. Entry fee, 500 gold. Lock-picking contest. You can buy every lock seen in the contest and many more. Was that one of the formal contests, lock-picking, or was this a side contest? I don't recall being told there was a lock-picking contest here. Or maybe I've just misremembered. Okay. Is that? It's just a side thing. Right. Cool. Because we're going to do it then. Our master thief. Hello.
As it should be.
If he doesn't win this, it would be a massive slap in his face. Scrolls, potions. Scrolls and potions. Ooh, greater kinetic diadem. It's for a kineticist. A kineticist. Lapis lazuli, 140 flipping thousand. 7 charge, 1 charge. 1 charge. Oh, once per day. A barb-tongued wyvern. 140. I rock up with my 410,000 say, I've got a king's bounty in my purse. And then somebody whaps out 140,000 item, and I'm like, excuse me? What? A quarter of my kingdom's treasury. Holy hell. I mean, summoning a barb-tongued wyvern sounds cool. Okay, we cannot leave without this. I'm sorry, it has to be done. It has to be done. Has to be. 140 grand is not a lot of money. We've probably got that in crap that we could sell. That's fine. Right. Note to self. We shall buy this later. We need to send her to Chandra to liquidise more assets. We certainly do. Holy hell. Get Chandra and Bartholomew on the case ASAP. Right, okay. Also, this is... We can't go around here. We're a bit stuck. Oh, yeah, we're not going to buy stuff until we've had a proper look around. Certainly not. We're not going to put all our eggs in a wyvern basket. Right, where's the... Okay, we're back here. Where's the lock-picking tournament gone? Where's the lock-picking guy? Was he here? Oh, he was here. Right. The best locks from High Helm. Don't miss your chance to get one. Hang on a second. Vest of 100 pockets, you say? Let's see what this is all about. Test your finesse against finest dwarven locksmithing. Crack the lock, get the prize. Who'll challenge the best dwarven locks of the 5 Kings Mountains? Clearly, I step forth here, King Elquist of the River Kingdom, Stagfall. Yes, I have opened many a lock in my time, so I'm sure that these locks shall pose no test for me. Splendid! Come right up, come on, the table's here. I wish you the best of luck. Let us begin. Your sleight of hand against our most sophisticated devices. Who shall win? We shall not use Lindsay's songs and things, so blatantly overt of a cheat. However, our vest of 100 pockets, inconspicuous. Right. A simple lock.
A trivial matter.
A trivial matter. The first lock is open. Congratulations. But can you open the second? Average lock. La 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 la. Ooh. Voila. The second lock is defeated. Only the hardest one to go. Hardest one. Clearly hasn't come across a master thief before. La la la. Oh. Hey, did it? Excuse me. Did we not? What happened? Did we fail? Blasted lock. Hey! Voila! Sucking his finger that's now bleeding. Oh, bloody hell. I can't believe it. He's just popped the last lock. Only 1 in a million could do such a thing. We received the Trap Springer's glove. We've seen these before, right? We've seen them before, Trap Springer's gloves. We've like +5 trickery. Oh, for God's sake. Oh, well. Here comes the conqueror of locks, scourge of chest. Congratulations, it was a splendid victory. Swindler? He's not. Has he swindled us? I mean, the reward was pretty paltry, but I wouldn't call it a swindle, unless I missed something there. Anyway, we have proved ourselves more than capable. Right. Well, we might as well start down here. Because this is where the shopping is, and also Khan Viril sounds like a very interesting person, being of the Thieves Guild. And we've been known to be in a Thieves Guild in a previous life, of course, when we were scrabbling around for our existence when we were a wee whippersnapper. So, we'll go do some shopping and speak with the Master Thief. Here's Ham the Kid. Yeah! You pricked me. The dog. Right, let's just quickly check out some shopping here. I'm going to have to eat my dinner in a minute as well, because it's probably very cold now. Right, what have you got? 370,000! I'm going to be bankrupt when I leave here. Literally. Definitely send word to Chandria. What is this? The wearer of this ring can, after resting while wearing it, activate up to 4 abilities from the list below. +2 bonus to strength, +2 bonus to dex, constitution, wisdom, intelligence, wisdom, charisma, saving throws +1, Weapon damage rolls +1. Circumstance kill. AC bonus. Take your pick. Take your pick. So basically, every time we rest, we can activate up to 4 of these from the list. Every time we rest. But we have to keep the ring on to keep the bonuses going, right? But it doesn't say there's a time limit to this. So we rest before a major fight that we might need extra dex for, or extra con for, or whatever. It's a circumstance bonus, which means that it's designed to stack with every other bonus potentially that you might have. So it's bound to happen, because it's the first time I've seen a circumstance bonus. So you can have 4. Okay, that's why it's 370 grand. And I also want this. So that's 370 grand and 140 grand, which is 510 grand, which we don't actually have at the moment, which is kind of... Headband of Mental Perfection +6, we've got that. Greater Belt of Perfect Components. 170. Empowered and Extended. A belt for Don for you, clearly. That's very nice also. Absolver's Cloak. +4 deflection bonus to AC. Ooh. Gonna be one of my good characters. Ring of Protection +4. I've never seen one of them before. Natural Armor +4. Never seen one of them. This is gonna be a very expensive shopping trip. Oh my god. Oh, that's a basic trader.
In due
Where's
time.
the other trader? I don't want to see. Where's the other trader? I don't care for where the other traders are in this city. It's becoming rather expensive. I'm gonna have to get a notebook and calculator out. Show me your wares. Elquist is saying, almost crying. I'm a very crappy merchant. I have nothing here of use for you, unless. Oh, good. Good. I can cross you off my list then. You got a dagger? A punching dagger? No. Did I say a punching dagger? I said, have you got a dagger? I got lots of +4 weaponry. How about a +4 crossbow for Lindsay? Elka's strutting up with his kingly treasure. You knew all along, Ollie, didn't you? You were laughing when I said that. You thought, a kingly treasure? You could barely get a couple of items in this part of town. Ah, kingly treasure. You'll still be brought to your senses. Oh, makes me cry. But even like the basic stuff, like a tower shield +4 for Valerie, it's just a basic tower shield. Here's a pretty nice scimitar for Reg. I don't want to see. Shush! I don't want to see what it's got. Light crossbow +4. I don't want to see. Where's the scimitar? Jolt! Oh, it's a shock scimitar. He's a shock person too. Oh no. That's another 50 grand to the list. I mean, we'd probably buy it for Reggie as well. Oh. That's now 600,000. And the rest, because there's other little 50, 40, 50,000 items that are useful in there, like your +4 ring of protection, for example. We need about 800,000. That's not happening. We're going to have to be selective, aren't we? I'm going to have to come back off camera, go through every trader properly, and then make a list, an ordered list of what I want. As much as the Wyvern's really nice, we can probably cope without it. But that Ring of Circumstance, definitely can't. That is an Elquist ring. Nice crown, lovely ring. It's got to happen. That is number 1 on the list. Any items for any other party member are going to have to wait until we've got the funds for it. Because the king comes first. Right. Oh, this is eye-opening. This is very eye-opening indeed. So our next, we're going to speak with Khan. Then we're going to speak with these 3 chaps, and then it's to Nunzio for some festivities. Do I have anything to sell? Trash, JJ. That'll yield us about 10,000 gold at best. Not touching the sides, is it? Clearly not. I'd have to sell half my kingdom to get what I want. Sell the crown. Oh, God. Right, I'm going to eat my dinner. It's going to take me 10 minutes. I need to have a proper break here. to eat because it's a bit fiddly. It's chicken on the bone, so it's a mess thing. It's a mess to eat, and I can't play with it whilst muted because I have to read the text out. So I'm going to have a break for 10 minutes. Want to know how much gold I had at this point of the game? No. Because I imagine you may have had, I don't know, what, close to 1 million maybe? I don't know, 800,000? Please tell me it was less than what I've got. Make me feel better. About my kingly about my kingly coin purse. Come on, tell me. Tell me! I'm in suspense here, Ollie, tell me! It was more than Elquist has. I gathered that. How much more? Please tell me. Elquist spent most of his treasury on building brothels and going to them. I'll get more money. I've got a chest full of stuff that I just might need in the future in Stagfall. That's all getting sold like some kind of DFS sale. Everything must go. About 1 million. That was my first guess, so I wasn't far off I wasn't far off being correct. I can imagine that if you're much more careful with your funds than Elquist is, clearly, getting 1 million is quite easily doable. I was also warned, not say warned, but you know, a lot of the buildings that we build in some of the settlements aren't really necessary, but I've built them for roleplay purposes, so it's nice to have a king that has suddenly come to the realisation that he's not as rich as he thought he was. Anyway, 10 minutes, I'll be back at close to 9 o'clock. So 13 minutes, quick bite to eat, stretch legs, and then we crack on with more adventuring in Pitax. I'm loving this section of the game. I mean, we've not done a great deal, but with all the different characters, we've met the king himself, and now we've seen some kick-ass items, and we've got a tournament to look forward to. Oh, it's all exciting. Really enjoying it. But back soon. Don't go anywhere. See you in 13. All right, folks, that was me done and dusted with my dinner. I've not eaten so fast for a long time. It's not good for your indigestion, your digestion, to eat like a shovel it in your face. But I want to crack on here. I can't be wasting time here. I'm in Pitax. But it was very tasty, very tasty. We have some. It was like a chili, spicy chicken thighs on the bone. Very nice and tasty, with some homemade chips and some beans, which my mum eventually opened the can because she wouldn't be beaten. So she stabbed it with a knife and opened it. But anyway, as you saw, as I was pottering about whilst eating, I have sold another £60,000 worth of stuff. 60,000 gold coins worth of stuff, sorry, pounds. You don't get many gold coins to the pound nowadays, it's that weak. Anyway, so now it's 482,000. Only another 600,000 to go for us to be completely satisfied that we have enough to buy what we want. We'll get there. Right, let's crack on. And we have equipped that book of random bonuses. Right.
Follow my lead.
Right, artisans need to make more expensive stuff. They do indeed. We should start cracking that whip.
Focus on the goal.
Okay, we've got the purple-haired Khan Viril, who looks to be a halfling, or a halfling? Or is he a halfling? Or a gnome? Gnome, he's a gnome. The gnome's yellow bloodshot eyes scan the faces in the room nervously. What room? We're outside. Noticing you, he grabs for his sealed sheath. What? Who are you? Oh, it's your Royal Highness. Forgive me, I didn't recognize you. An honour. Truly, honour. A huge honour. I am Khan Viril, a simple salesman. Really? Who are you? Salesman, you say? I told you already, I'm a simple salesman. Not rich, not noble. Why would a king concern himself with me? He wouldn't. And what is it that you sell, Khan Viril the salesman? What do you care? Fish and the like. Well, I have no need for fish right now, so I bid you farewell. Khan Viril, the fish seller? The fishmonger? Perhaps we shall cross paths again soon. Yeah, yes, your highness. A great honour. Go have fun. You must think we were born yesterday. We'll leave him be for now. Gasper Liacenza. Let's go here next. Oh, come on everybody, stop dithering, stop dawdling, we've got fun things to do. And you know that I said I wasn't going to steal much from here, or steal too much from here. We've got a million coins to make now. We have a reason to be picky about money. I thought we had 300, 400,000. We don't need to worry about money now. Yeah, it's fine. Let's do what now. Oh, we're going to be proper Yorkshire about things. If it's expensive, we ain't buying it. If we don't need it, we're not going to buy it. Sell. What for a bargain? And be very, very frugal with our money until we have 1 million coins, and then we're going to come here and we're going to splash the cash. That is the plan. It's a race to 1 million.
I am prepared.
My regards, King Elquist, Gasper Liacenza at your service. Can you come back here after the quest? Oh, good point. I would imagine so. It's a place on the map. I thought you couldn't. Don't say that. Don't say that. You can't just have items here that are here then gone after the quest is finished. That would be ridiculous. Somebody please confirm. Oh, you can come back. Okay, that's good. That's good. It makes no sense to have such expensive items and then if you've not got the money, see ya, you can't come back. It would be quite. It would be quite. It would be harsh, but in a strange, sadistic way, I could see that being a kind of hardcore thing to do. Gasper. Do tell me about yourself. I am just getting acquainted with the people around here of most note. I am the head of the Liacenza family, and a master of what remains of the Iron Fox trade house. Before Iravetti took the crown, it would have been my family receiving you at our house. Alas, we're simply guests at his celebration now. If you don't mind me asking, what caused you to lose influence? It's a dark and sordid story, and I swear I'd give my life to learn the full truth of it. Pitax was founded by 4 families and ruled by their 4 trade houses for centuries. We quarrelled from time to time, of course, and property didn't always change hands peacefully. But none of us would dream of impinging on another family's lawful rights. And then Iravetti appeared. We underestimated him, thought him nothing more than another adventurer like the thousands of others in the region. He handled matters quickly and chaotically, with assets running through his fingers faster than chips at a card table. His wealth grew rapidly, but he still wasn't a big fish, for a while at least. He invited representatives from all the trade houses to play cards. No one really knows exactly what happened, but by morning he owned most of their assets, including the crown. They suspected a rigged game and sent representatives from families to discuss the matter with him, and then a wave of disappearances rolled across the city. My brothers, the former kings of Pitax, disappeared, along with many other honourable people. And Iravetti made it clear that the lives of his hostages would depend upon our obedience. He was king, and our wealth and power lay in ruins. Wow. And the citizens of Pitax seem to love Iravetti. It would seem so, wouldn't it? Yet appearances can be deceiving. Yes, he's made many rich and happy, but there are many more lives that he's dragged through the mud for his own endless celebration. Trust me, there are many who would gladly put an end to his rule, but the king has so many spies that everyone's afraid to even discuss it. Ask the head of his precious academy, Atalia Gitaran, what she thinks. Or maybe High Priest Dreyanes. You'll see their mouths shut tighter than an oyster's shell. I see. I see. Interesting indeed. Mr. Moscone next. Might be closed. Oh, so 2 people have said it's going to be closed, and now... Oh, no, you can't do that to me. Oh, no, we have to buy this stuff now, which means we have to make a decision. Oh, no, actually we don't. It's quite important, this fact, because if we can't return once we're done here, and those items are lost to us, I shouldn't proceed with this quest until I've returned back to my settlement, sold as much as I can, so that I can buy what I want. Oh God, I can't see the game. Oh, but 2 people have said it now. Can somebody Google it, please? If you don't mind. Somebody could Google it and see if we can get a definitive answer. Because it'd be very harsh to lose all that stuff. And I'm going to have to do something to not lose it.
All according to
At least buy the most important item of the lot, which is the ring. Right. It kind of makes sense, because once the tournament is finished and the festivities are finished, why would the whole thing stay? The people would go back to their normal lives. So it kind of makes sense, but from a gameplay sense, why would they give you one chance and one chance only? The stuff will be sold in Pitax City, but you don't get there for a while. Not a bad thing. Gives us time to save up. I might wait till I get to Pitax City then, because I'll have more money by then. I'll be a millionaire by then. Oh yes. Then we can feel truly like we can afford what we want.
Ready for anything.
Oh, Stefano Mosconi, since our last encounter. Who is he? Oh, let's highlight him. Attended my reception. God, that must have been ages ago. Several years, in fact. Why, if it isn't King Elquist, please allow me to congratulate you on your success. To mock me? Clearly didn't make much of an impression with his mocking. Oh, I think I know who you mean. I think I know who you mean. Yes, I think I know. Yes, I remember having a verbal sparring match with him. Yes, I do remember now. It was in a stream as well, I think. Yes. I seem to recall you were less polite the last time we spoke. I concede my mistake. I suppose I'd met a king for a day whose state would last a few months at best. I never imagined you would match my king in dignity, let alone that your country would become a worthy rival for Pitax. A rival? Iravetti considers me a rival, does he? I didn't think I'd given him any cause for a feud. The unfortunate reality is that your very existence, along with the strength your kingdom has acquired, is cause enough. What would happen were you to join with Mivan against Pitax? Or perhaps you might seek to extend your lands west and not stop at the border? What if merchants from Brevoy began travelling through your lands bypassing Pitax entirely? And of course, the most important question. Do you sit securely on your throne? Or does Pitax stand a chance of expanding east? Expanding east? Well, I quite assure you my throne is very secure indeed. So, yes, we'll leave it at that, shall we? Until we meet again, and I'm sure we will. Indeed. Very unpleasant man. I'm sure... Oh, there was this Zinmergria. Zinmerger? Oh, we can't interact. It's probably just like a random person. Okay. Finally, we have Ursay Celis. An elf in leather armour. He seems to be the only one at the celebration not participating. He's only the one beside the guards whose weapon isn't sealed. Your Highness, welcome to Pitax. Ursay Celis, captain of the city guard at your service. You can talk with the bookie about wizard duelists. Oh, all right, good. I shall check that out, thank you. You don't seem to be enjoying the celebration. Perhaps he's on duty. The celebration is for you. For the city guard, it's just another work day. And right now, our work is preventing disruption of the festivities. Ah, I see. I see. Rumour has it on the grapevine that you're not pleased with the way Iravetti rules. Not so loud. Iravetti has ears everywhere. But if your highness must know, so be it. My fellows and I serve the city, not the crown, nor the trading houses, nor whoever has the biggest purse. The city. This dump we call Pitax, and all the poor fools who swarm around it. Former kings understood this. They're the ones who arranged it in the first place. But when Iravetti took charge, he thought the city guard would be his personal cutthroats. And once he'd realised that wasn't the case, he started doing everything in his power to make our jobs harder. Now he has this personal guard he formed, who are above the law and following the orders of a barbarian. And then there's Khan Variel, with his so-called Thieves' Guild. Scumbags flooded the entire city with Numerian drug, blood brush extract. the poison that turns people into mindless sheep. Our former kings understood that even Pitax needed some bare minimum of order to avoid falling to pieces and floating down the river, but Iravetti seems on track to burn the city to the ground. Righteous heart, rotten environment. Take care, guard. Your honour will bring woe upon you. I see. Oh. So Iravetti has a tight grip on his power over the city, I hear, then. Oh, yes. The trading houses hate him, of course, but, well, first and foremost, he has hostages. Second, each of the families is afraid to act alone, but they're all incapable of acting together. Gasperi and Cenza tried to unite them, but to no avail. And it's probably the best, frankly. The last thing we need is combat in the streets. Iravetti can be blamed for many things, but at least he took power quickly and without carnage. Now, Iravetti's enemies have nothing to do but sit around like High Priest Dreyans, praying for Calistria to send her giant holy wasps down to take him away. Good grief. Don't even mention the word giant wasps, you fool! Farewell! You're trying to give me a heart attack? Giant wasps. Right, apparently we can talk to a bookie. Oh, here we go. Some more side fun. Place your bets. Calm down. Don't be shy. Witness secrets not meant for mortal eyes. An ethereal battle within a vortex of the supernatural. Bets here. Place your bets. What's going on here? Oh, something special indeed. I'd wager you've never seen the like. Before your eyes unfolds an epic battle between the world's greatest spellcasters. Mysteriado, the devil tamer of Cheliax, versus Zinmergria, magistress of Eris and Witches. Who will win? Who would you bet on? I'll bet on the one whose name I can't pronounce. Bets are set. No more bets. Let the battle commence. Go on, Zimmergia. Go on, Zimmergia. Go on, Come on, Zimmergia. Yes, we're winning. We're winning. Come on, That's it. That's it. Come on! Come on, Zim! That's it, come on! Woo! Yay! The battle is over! Mysteriado wins. What? What? No! Have I bet or what? What's going on here? Maybe it's best of 3. I thought we won the last one. He's lied to me. Ooh. Blue team. We are the blue team, no? Have we been conned here? Did I get money? Oh. I missed that message. Okay, well, apparently we won. But we're not going to make our million through gambling, so just a bit of fun there. Clearly, if you come across a wizard with a name you can't pronounce, they're bound to be powerful, is the moral of that story. Right, apparently, let's go speak with Khan and mention the fact that we may have come across some gossip. Or maybe it's truth about a certain drug. Maybe we can speak with Gaspar again about uniting the families, perhaps. And then maybe Dre also, because we're just going to speak with a couple of other people whose names we've heard mentioned elsewhere again. Ah, you again? I mean, what can I do for you, Your Highness? Yes, I've done a few... on my travels around, I may have heard a few curious words. Blood brush extract. And that you're no ordinary salesman, and your wares are far from mundane. Quiet! Quiet, I say. Too many people here, too many eyes, ears. You want to talk business? Find me out in Pitax. I will remember you. Ah. I see. Farewell. Is that going to trigger a quest? No. Okay, so we need to seek him out in Pitax. He shall remember us. I mean, I know we like brothels and we like port and stuff, but taking drugs is maybe a step too far. But hey, a chaotic, neutral, fun-loving king. I can't promise anything. Even worse, selling drugs. But we do need 1 million. We do need 1 million coins. Is it a lucrative endeavour? Selling drugs in Pitax? Setting up some kind of supply chain? What am I saying? Supposed to be a bloody law-abiding king here. We'll get Don. I'd say we'll get Donfear on the case as our spy master and stuff, but he's useless, so that probably wouldn't work. Your Royal Highness, welcome to the Rushlight Tournament. My name is Nunzio Arpair, and I have the honour of being His Highness King Iravetti's Master of Ceremonies. You could say the organisation of this tournament rests on my shoulders. Ah, forget Valerie. She's not with us now. Reggie will be fine. He'll be fine with it. If you need anything, I'm at your disposal. Right. Yes, tell me more about this tournament. Yes, well, since starting his reign over Pitax, His Highness King Iravetti has held this tournament once in several years, inviting guests from the high society of nearby kingdoms to attend. Today we have guests from Dagobah, Mivan, Gralton and Timon. Ah, yes, I have heard that before. Right. What events are on the schedule? 3 contests. The participants shall first display their strength and dexterity in the Fisher's Triathlon, a tribute to local crafts and trades, so to speak. Then we will be measuring competitors' wits in the boasting contest. There's a reason we're the cultural capital of the region, after all. And finally, the evening will wrap up with some mock combat in the drunken melee. Then His Majesty will announce the winner of the tournament and we'll enjoy a festive banquet, followed by a splendid fireworks show. Okay. And what about flighting? I'm good at that. Flighting? Right, well, I think I am now ready to participate in the Fisher's Triathlon. Ah, let's begin. Do we have to actually do something? Oh! Trumpets sounded over the arena, announcing the commencement of the Fisher's Triathlon. We were to distinguish ourselves in 3 sports, if you could call them such. You be the judge, dear reader. The first round was fish carrying, if you can believe it. They built narrow bridges over pits of mud and placed barrels on either end. One side was filled with fish, the other side empty. The goal was to get all the fish from one side to the other, barehanded, without falling into the mud. I'm sure this is just what you imagined for a royal tournament. Throwing fish at your opponents was prohibited, but there was one unofficial but well understood rule in this tournament. Don't get caught. We had decided which of us would participate as well. We had to decide which of us would participate, as well as how fair we wanted to play. Ooh. At the risk of getting disqualified, I think we'll try to complete honestly. More fool us, I suppose, but we're that confident that we don't need to cheat that we're going to compete honestly. And clearly Ecundio is the man for the task. Our hunter supremo. What kind of hunter can't handle fish? Ecundio quickly realised it would be hard to earn an honest win while everyone else was cheating. The other participants took advantage of the judges' careless attitudes by slyly throwing fish at each other. But their tricks were to no avail. As they continued trying to force each other into the mud, Ecundio concentrated on the task at hand and swiftly carried all the fish from one barrel to the other. Victory was ours. The second round was untying knots. Competitors would be tied up on poles resembling ship masts, and they had to escape the ropes. We once again had to make a choice. We noticed a sharpened coin glistening in the Daggermark competitor's mouth, and the Gralton participant had a blade in hand. We've exposed the cheaters, leaving us with fewer rivals. And this is a task for Elquist. Wriggling out of ropes are my specialty. The judges escorted the cheaters out of the arena, the crowd laughing and whistling all the while. With a third of the competition gone, Elquist easily outpaced the others, untangling the ropes and making his way to the judges while the others still wriggled in their bonds like flies in a spider web. And the most impressive thing of it all, his crown never slipped off his head. We'd won 2 out of the 3 rounds. We seemed to have victory in the bag, but with the rivals we were dealing with, there was no time to relax. The last round of the tournament was diving for river pearls. Huge tubs were filled with mussels in river water, and some empty jars had been placed on sets of scales. We'd have to open the mussels with our bare hands, gather the pearls, and deposit them in our team's jar. Of course, it was if playing fair wasn't a priority, we could try weighing down the jar with other things as well. Again, we have no need to cheat. We shall continue to compete honestly. This is like some kind of weird school sports day. Ecundio again. Oh, Ecundio! Oh, it's a 40 difficult. Oh, it's a 40. Oh, that's quite a tough one. Ecundio bravely dove into the muddy water and started opening shells, breaking his nails in the process. He put fistfuls of pearls into his jar as fast as he could, but once time was up, his jar wasn't the heaviest. We lost the third round. 2 out of 3? It's got to be still a good result, right? Soon we stood on the pedestal as the judges awarded our team the victory. We were wet, muddy, and smelled of fish, but we grinned with joy all the same. So yes, we still were victorious as an overall team. So, and basically what we did is we told Ecundio, we whispered in his ear, Ecundio, yeah, just let him have this one. Just let him have that one. We don't want to embarrass them, do we? In their own backyard, do we? No, let him have it. We lost that on purpose. Well, hey, that was the first of the contests. Woohoo! Participate in the second contest. Master of Ceremonies? Speak to him again. Don't mind if I do. Let's keep the momentum going. I'm ready for the boasting contest. And if anybody can boast with the best of them, it's got to be Elquist, surely. Master Boaster. Say that carefully. Everyone's ready, let's begin. The tournament continued with a boasting contest. The first participant, a man from Daggermark, stepped up to the podium and told a raunchy story about him sneaking into a temple of Calistria and seducing all the priestesses, including the High Priestess, in a single night. The crowd was particularly amused by the suggestive glances he kept casting toward one of the guests from Timon. She simply smiled mysteriously in response. The second participant was a guest from Gralton, who told a completely implausible tale about his travels across other planes, where he battled undead hordes and defeated a blood-curdling monster. He was an average storyteller at best. He'd be lucky to get a C for that story at the Academy, but the listeners were inexplicably elated. Suspicious, we took a closer look at the crowd and, of course, we spotted a bard using some tricks of the trade. And a little magic to aid the Gralton man's performance. Okay, well, do you know what? We'll try to point out the cheating. Let's keep it again, all above board, no stabbing in backs, no threatening. It was a waste of time. The judges completely ignored the cheating, and in the time we took trying to convince them, the participant from Gralton finished his story and stepped down from the podium to audience applause. Then it was Pitax's turn. The King's Honour was represented by Anamede Bellavara, a sweet-voiced singer whose smile could win over the most withered of hearts. Oh, Anamede, but while her voice was smoother than silk, her words stung like arrows. With a soft smile, she told everyone how she'd spent months in our kingdom learning our secrets and instigating a riot. Of course, the honest trade of the bard and the shady dealings of the spy often go hand in hand. But, oh, Anamede, who could have expected such an ugly blow from such a lovely lady? She described in surprising and exceptionally critical detail how much the citizens of our young state suffered under the atrocities of the Troll assaults and the magic plague. She never stooped to actual lies, but she made it sound as though our king, Baron at the time, was simply drinking and debauching while his subjects struggled. Oh dear. Should she be spying on us? She made our crusade against Vordakai look like a cunning conquest of Varnhold. And the war with the Tiger Lords was characterised as an irresponsible venture. Talk about cruel and unfair. When Anamede finished and left the stage, it was our turn to perform. And what feats did our participant decide to tell in their... Well, she's taken the wind out of our sails because she's taken away our... I was going to say before this happened, we've got many tales we could tell. Our exploits, our endeavours, our adventures, our battles. And now she's downplayed them. So if we actually tell them about them now, it's going to sound ridiculously stupid. Now this is interesting. If we're going to mix politics in this, let's mix politics in. Let's do it properly. Let's tell them about how we dealt with Tartuccio, who happened to go from gnome to kobold king, and how that happened, and how he was one of Iravetti's spies handing him something through a portal, we suspect. Yeah, let's tell them that and see how they like it. And let's have Elquist do it himself, because he's personally slighted, being accused of lying around and drinking and debauchery. He wouldn't do such a thing. Looking meaningfully at Anamede, Elquist spoke of the sad fate that befell the last of Iravetti's spies, and what may be in store for any other spies we might come across. Yes, the audience hung onto Elquist's every word, sometimes laughing uncontrollably, sometimes holding their breath to avoid missing anything. Elquist finally brought the story to an end, and the viewers gave him a standing ovation as he left the podium. Clearly learnt from a few tricks from Lindsay, has old Elquist, hasn't he? The woman from Tyron, a priestess of Calistria, went last. She told stories of her love affairs in the faraway countries, and on other planes casually mentioning an unpleasant disease she'd contracted over her journey that took her a long time to get rid of. Hearing that, the participant from Daggermark paled and grabbed at his belt, bringing roaring laughter from the rest of the audience. And finally, the judges announced the winner. Elquist, of course! He walked up to the podium to thunderous applause and took another bow, whilst taking a sideways glance at Anamede and smirking. And that is victory number 2. Well done, Elquist. King of the storytellers. It's amazing what you can pick up when it comes to storytelling through reading Lindsay's works, through listening to people tell tales whilst drunk in a tavern, and listening to idle gossip in a brothel. You become quite proficient in the art of spinning a yarn. Oh, I've got a nice little stage going on here. Go buy your stuff now, by the way. No. I'm waiting till I get to Pitax. I mean, some of it will probably be useful for us getting to Pitax, but I'm going to wait to Pitax. I am determined to be a millionaire by the time I get to Pitax, and then I'm going to celebrate my millionaire status by shopping. Oh, yes. So you can take your little rings of epicness. You can take your wyvern summoning statuettes. You can take your scimitars of shocking magnificence. I shall be back for them soon. Now, what is this? Have I not explored this part of the map? Oh, that's King Iravetti's tent. No. Come back, Elquist. Come back, Elquist. Come back. Oh, what am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. What am I doing, people? I'm confused. What's going on? I'm confused. There we go. Let's get back to Nunzio. Where's Nunzio? Where is he? The final countdown. Also, alright, don't regret your decision later, Elquist. As long as I can buy that stuff in Pitax, which I've been assured I can. Could buy the ring right now, it'd help a lot. How much money we got? I can't bear to lose so much money. Whilst we've only got 500,000. It's a very good ring. Oh, stop it! You're bad influence.
I know what to do.
I don't want to. I do want to buy it, but I don't want to buy it. It's expensive. My Yorkshireman is coming out in me. If I put myself in Elquist's shoes, would he buy that ring? No, stop it. I'm going to resist. Elquist wants to be a millionaire. He feels rather poor right now and embarrassed that he doesn't have enough to buy what he wants. So he's going to go back knowing full well. I mean, he doesn't. See, this is another roleplay thing. How would he know that stuff's in Pitax? I'm assuming he spoke to the vendors and said, "Look, I'm a bit busy. I can't carry all this stuff back with me now. I'm gonna. Where else can I buy this in the future? Should I require the epicness of these items? Oh, wait, we've got shops in Pitax. We're just here for the tournament. We sell all this stuff back at home. Oh, really? Well, I'll come round knocking very soon. Just got to get a few affairs in order first. Sell half of my stuff. All my prized possessions. So he's well aware that he can buy it in Pitax, and he will go back swinging his coin purses on ropes by the time he gets back there. He'll be swinging them. Coins will be scattering all over the place. He'll be so blasé with his cash. What's that you say? You thought I couldn't afford this stuff? Oh, I quite assure you I can. I love all of it. That's what he's going to do. Right, I'm ready for the final, the drunken melee. Now, this is where drinking in a tavern, drinking pour tops to your blue in the face will probably get you somewhere, because we're probably quite alcohol tolerant, I would have thought at this point. Yeah, and then it gets sober, Chandra definitely looking. Yeah, the treasury seems to be rather barren, Your Grace. I've noticed a big pile of stuff at the foot of your bed. Is there any correlation? No, not at all, Chandra, not at all. We've been robbed. That's all I can put it. Increase security! The drunken melee. Let's begin. Indeed, let's begin. I mean, I personally am not in this melee, am I? Why don't I have my crown on my... I'm naked! Why am I naked? I can't win a drunken melee. I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover. I'm a lover, not a fighter. No! No! Let the brawlers all fight themselves silly and we'll pick up the scraps. Winning melees is not about brute force. It's about up here too. Hello, Olivia. Let them knock each other out first. Ha ha. We're just sat back now. Ha ha ha. Look at these drunken fools. No, no, no. This is not how this is happening. Run away. Run away. Run away. Run away. There we go. Right, we need to do something. Anything we can do to basically assist ourselves to win this fight? We could try to trip. We could try to trip somebody up. Look at this Pitax brawler. Go, go, go! Trip! Yes, we've tripped him! Yes! Elquist, the tactical genius, has struck. Attack this fool whilst he's prone. Move! Oh no, he's up again. Kick him down again. Bush! And hit him again.
This should do
No,
it.
can we coup de grime? Does that work? Coup de
This
grace?
spell doesn't work like that.
No. Oh my god, he's quite tough. Pitax brawler. He's like, oh no.
Calculated risk.
We're not very good at combat here. We're not very good at combat and we're not hitting very hard. Fighting defensively. It's a -4 penalty on attack rolls, but +2 armor class. Do we use that? Oh my god. Try again, tripping. Oh, we're not winning this fight, are we? Is there anything we could do to win this fight? Can we sit potions? That would be cheating, right? Can we like get a hit flask out? Can we like hit flask this? No. We can't sip on potions, can we? No, it makes no sense. God loves a trier. Gotta keep tripping him. That's all we can do. How about charging? How about moving away and charging? He doesn't stay tripped for long, does he? Oh man, he hits so hard as well.
Calm down. Not dead yet.
Ah! I mean, we're not a fighter though, so I mean, what could we do? We tried to play it smart. Learn the result. Well, we won 2 of the rounds and lost the final round, so overall we should be victorious, right?
Time's not waiting.
Your Royal Highness. Yes, yes. Oh, Elko's probably with a couple of bruises and cuts and stuff. Now not looking his best, unfortunately. The tournament is over, isn't it? I'd like to know who won. I seem to recall we won 2 of the bouts and finished second in the 3rd. I mean, that should be surely enough for victory. Yes, yes, His Highness is just about to make a speech announcing the winner. Look, everyone's gathering around now. We wait with bated breath.
Lords and ladies, another Rush-like tournament has come to an end. I'd like to thank all of you who honored this event with your presence. My friends, I'm happy to see all of you, but I'd like to give a special welcome to one guest who found themselves invited here for the first time. Today, we had the Baron. No, excuse me, it's King now, isn't it?
Yes,
of
it
a
is,
majority of what was once the Stolen Lands. Thank you for coming, my darling. I can call you that, right? I thank you with all my heart.
Yes, less of the darling, if you don't mind. It's not very official, is it now? In front of all these people, at least.
I first learned of him from my friend Stefano Mosconi. To be honest, his report was less than flattering. Impassable swamps, monsters galloping about, and a complete absence of any valuable resources. Nothing more than a dirty hole ruled by another bandit lord, hardly worthy of your attention. That's what he wrote back then. I'm so happy he was wrong.
It's a pity you didn't write about how he was sent packing with his tail between his legs, but hey, this doesn't seem to be the man to take care of the detail.
Truth be told, even now traveling that domain is a less than pleasurable experience. Some roads have appeared, but their safety leaves much to be desired. Take the sad story of the poor Toman Henvaki from Gralton. He set off to those lands and hasn't been seen since. His brother Edrist went to find the poor fellow, and what happened?
Well, about that, yes.
He returned empty-handed. Toman seems to have vanished into thin air, like hundreds of travelers before him. At least Edrist was lucky, I suppose. He managed to come back alive. That's certainly considered fortunate for those who decide to swing through those lands.
I take it people don't go missing and die in your lands. These things happen. Bandits, murderers, ne'er-do-wells. They're fortunate, but it...
And the hunt the Baron put on, clearly imitating my tournament? It was beyond description. While guests were out hunting hydras and owl bears, the latter came from behind and ate at the banquet table, along with all the servants. Some celebration, right?
Iravetti, my friend. It's uncomfortable how much attention you lavish upon me. But tell me, how's your kingdom faring? How many bodies are found in Pitax's harbour each year? At the hands of pirates, I hear.
Yes.
Oh,
well,
yes.
I believe we've fallen a bit off topic.
Oh, have we now? Oh, isn't that convenient?
All I really wanted to get at was that His Highness is a personage truly as extraordinary as his lands. And I'm happy to see him at this celebration.
Likewise.
And now it's time to announce the winner of the tournament.
Oh, really? Let's get on with it then, shall we? All this airs and graces is making me hungry. I'm thirsty.
This year, no one managed to win all 3 contests. Since the victories all belong to our neighbors here and Pitax, as the chief judge, I'll be rewarding the prize to Pitax for their grace and skill.
Okay, hold on. Oh, this is outrageous! Chris losing his cool little... This is absurd! We won 2 of the 3 contests. This prize is ours!
Just a joke. Please restrain yourself. No need to be mad. Of course the prize is yours. Here you are. Take it. Just don't cause a scene, please.
I don't know what causing a scene round here. Oh, Chris is beginning to lose his cool a little bit here.
And now, with the competition over and the prize awarded, let's get on with the main part of the celebration. The banquet! I can hear your stomachs growling from here. Let's get to the table, and later we'll see an unforgettable fireworks show.
I've got to say, I do love a bit of verbal sparring. I want more interaction with this guy. Give me more! Put him in his place, the dog. Wait for the news to come. What? What's happened? Wait for what news? Oh, dispose of the river pirates. I don't want to dispose of the river pirates. What's happened? The Rushlight tournament. Where's the firework display? King Iravetti wasn't very friendly, but overall everything was settled peacefully. Perhaps this invitation wasn't a dirty trick. Of course it was. No, I can't believe that. There must be some kind of catch. I think we'll be hearing some news from Pitax in the near future. So I think we just got to go about our business and we'll hear an update in due course. So the next best thing for us to really do is to head and do the pirates thing, right? But all... Have I got my kit back on? No. They've stripped me naked, man. What a cheek. Which dagger did I have now? You've mucked my inventory up, you idiots. Ugh. All on me wand and everything. Wand of Blur? No, not that one. Wand of Shield and Wand of Hideous Laughter? No. Wand of Shield, yes. Don't want that pile of crap. Can you be like, nah, I think we'll be okay. Well, what we'll do is we'll just go on a grand tour of Pitax. I mean, we've got lots of stuff to do here. New islands, new lands, new areas to explore. We've got the mysterious statue puzzle thing to solve. By the time we've done all of that, I'm sure we'll get a word or two. We'll get to some calling or something. I'm more concerned about the fact that we've lost all of our flipping equipment. That must have been the gloves that we had on, right? That's the armour, that's the crown, that's the belt, that's the ring. Ultimate protection. Oh, this is new. Hang on. +4 resistance bonus to all saving throws, +4 deflection bonus to AC. +4 deflection bonus to AC? Do we have deflection bonus to AC through anything else? Yeah, we do, because it's not activating. I think it's this robe. +5 there, you see. Right. So 4 resistance to saving throws, 4 deflection, but spell resistance 19 and a DR of 1. Well, there's other benefits to this ring, so, and it's our prize, so we're going to wield it because it's ours. We won it. Troublemaker. Fire damage, 4 to 12 damage, +2 flaming anarchic agile dagger. In our left hand, our main hand. What was the other one? Frailty? No. Chaos Shard? No. Arcane Protector, Cold Iron, or Edict? 5 to 8 damage. Was it Edict I had equipped? I've completely forgotten. Frailty. And the Chaos Shard. And then we've got Arcane Protector. It could have been this one. +3 dodge bonus to AC. Do we have a dodge bonus to AC activated? No, so it was that for the dodge bonus then. Edict. I mean, it doesn't really matter. We're not going to use the other. Not going to use these other daggers, I don't think. But we'll just have them equipped. My mouse is not clicking properly now. Right, so we've got this lovely Troublemaker and we've got Arcane Protector for the dodge bonus to AC. I think that was right. I think so. That's weapons done. Armour, we've got the right armour on now, and it's just this left. Right, what is this? Necklace of Double Crosses is clearly ours. These gloves were probably ours. Acid damage. That belt was ours. The sash of Slash. A dex bonus. Natural armour bonus. And my boots of Elvenkind. So that's looking a little bit more like what we had going on. Yeah, let's do that. Let's get ourselves our wands back. Where's the wand of mage armor? Okay, and wand of lead blades. There we go. Lovely jubbly. Okay, so what we'll do, we're going to finish the session very shortly, but before we do, I think we should deal with river pirates, because why the hell not? It's going to cause some problems for Pitax, and well, it's not going to cause problems for Pitax, it's going to possibly cause problems for Iravetti, maybe, and well, we like to cause problems for Iravetti because he's a tool. Oh, there's a river here. Is there a river here? Ooh. Oh! Our travels brought us to the little town, surroundings in pursuit of the dastardly river pirates who have preyed on innocent merchants and travellers. It would have been nice to march in, knock some skulls together and call it a day, but rumour suggested we were heavily outnumbered. Even worse, the villains had set up their camps in a defensible position in sight of their boats, protected by the river on one side, a thick forest on another, and a sticky swamp on the third. And then a bunch of sentries watching for intruders, and we were in trouble. Thank goodness our fearless leader had a plan. God. Okay, I don't fancy slipping into the river, so let's try the approach from the woods. Oh no! Oh dear, that's another bad one. Our leader ably found an animal trail and led us deeper into the woods and toward the camp. We confidently followed, not knowing quite what had cleared the path. It soon became all too apparent that when our leader's foot lodged in a large burrow, eliciting a menacing growl from beneath the earth, what followed was a brief and terrifying farce involving a family of badgers, low-hanging poison ivy, and some very choice words. I'll note that choosing this route was not my idea. We picked birds from our cloaks as we reached the edge of the clearing. From there, we could see that there wasn't one camp. There was two. The second was several hundred feet away, judging by the campfires, which meant that we could vanquish the pirates in one camp before the other could respond. Rustling their boats or sneaking closer. Sneaking is stealth, and we're good at stealth. So, do you know what? Let's try that. Let's give ourselves the best chance of doing this, shall we? Oh, thank the heavens. Right. We rolled a 2, so good job we've got the required bonus already. So, yes, undergrowth and tents gave us lots of cover as we made our approach, launching a surprise attack. Before the pirates could respond, we had already felled several of them. But there were some left over, apparently, that we had to deal with on the map. Oof, Jesus. Right, we're probably all out of sync as well with the formation, which is a pain in the backside, but hey, it is as it is. I mean, are we surrounded? No, they're all coming from one side. So this shouldn't be too bad. Oh, he's dead. Oh, some of them have died. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is a large camp. Okay, let's do the business. No. Come back. Come back. Come back, people. Come back. Let's not have this saga. Let's go. Let's make people explode. Let's get the pirate bard. My god, this is like carnage, is this? Absolute carnage. Elquist getting right stuck in there. Not taking any prisoners. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. They're either conceding or they're attacking with more further. A voice cuts through the din, roaring with such indignation that the fighting momentarily stops. What is going on here? Who dares attack my camp? The speaker is a sun-tanned woman wearing light blue travelling cloths with high boots, and an embroidered heron adorns one of her sleeves. She draws her weapon and takes a menacing step forward. I don't know who you are, and any patience I have to hear your excuses as short-lived as you are. If you have something to say, make it good. Yes, recall what you can about this woman's heraldry. Yes. The blue outfit and the heron insignia indicate that this is an important member of the Riversong Trade House of Pitax, possibly a member of the controlling family. Joffrey Vascari, with a name, well, not quite spelt the same, but with a name like that, got to go, leads the trade house, and this might be his sister, Renshala Vascari. As you look down at the enemies you've slain, it seems you haven't attacked pirates. You've killed influential merchants! Oh no! Elquist, you idiot! Wait, who are you? I was prepared to kill thieves, but it looks like I'll have to kill idiots instead. I don't know. Explaining it's not worth the breath. If you don't know, explaining it's not worth the breath. So strange way to put it. This is all a terrible mistake. Explain quickly. Oh, hang on. I was acting in good faith to chase off pirates, and I would never have attacked a Riversong convoy. Someone provided me misinformation, likely because they stood to profit if we killed each other. Ah! At last, a hint of wisdom. Yes, you're right. Perhaps I was hasty to dismiss you as anything but dim-witted brigands. I am Renshala Vascari of the Riversong Trade House, not a pirate. Who provided you this misinformation? I mean, has he purposefully provided us with misinformation, or has he got his facts wrong? Do you know what? We have no allegiance to that man, so we shall speak truly. The playwright, Aymar de Champs, told us about the camp. That man writes overblown dramas for a living, and you trusted him? What kind of fool would you have to be to... Wait, are you Elquist? I was warned that you might try something like this. She extracts a scroll from a tube and unrolls it for you to see. It clearly warns the Vascari family that raiders sent by you would soon threaten her shipments. Judge Kelvaway may be a bastard at times, but he sure knew you would attack my convoy. Give me a good reason I shouldn't throw your corpse to the eels. Judge Kelvaway? I spoke with him directly, and he insisted that your group were the pirates. Did he now? Certainly he has the means, but does he have the motive? Bringing any harm to me would just foment chaos in the region, and Kelvaway's a servant of King Iravetti through and through. Do you have a theory? Can you think of something he'd gain from your death? It's true that we Vascaris haven't kowtowed to King Iravetti as much as the Liacenzas and the Stracals have, yet we control most of the river trade. What better way to bring us in line than crush us with foreign agents or scare us into swearing fealty? Well then, what do you propose? Perhaps we join forces to uncover the truth. Very well. I will return to the city, and when you are ready to confront others about what transpired here, I will join you. Piece together your case and get to the bottom of this mystery. For now, though, give me space to bury the dead. Oh, hell. The plot thickens. Oh, my God. And there we thought we were just going to kill a few pirates. Oh, we just got ourselves into a political mess. And on that bombshell, I think it's a good time to end the session, to be honest with you. In the middle of nowhere. Right, let's just quickly take a look at what we've got to do here. Confront Aymar. We need to meet the dramaturge in Pitax as soon as... So we have to get to the city of Pitax, which apparently is going to take us a little while to get there. So this will have to probably wait, as will that. We have to wait until we're told or receive news. So it seems to me... Also, the companion quest... we can go back to speak to Eobol, actually. So we could do that now, once we finish touring Pitax. This we've got to get to Pitax as well, so we can't do that just yet. We need to talk to Reggie, which means we've got to go back to. We went back to the bloody our settlement, our castle, and forgot to speak to him because we got waylaid with selling some goods to Bartholomew and putting some stuff in our stash, right? Oh God! But anyway, so there's a case to be made for getting back to our capital to do some odds and ends, and kingdom management needs some work as well. So yeah, next session then I'll decide what I'm going to do, but it's either getting back home or it's a grand tour of Pitax, because it's quite a big area and there's a few things within it that are worthy of exploring. So yeah, we'll figure out what we're going to do next time. But wow, what a session! I've enjoyed this immensely. The tournament, the posturing with Iravetti, the verbal sparring. Oh, Elquist is in his element. He loves it. He loves it. But yeah, we'll see what is next in store soon enough. But yeah, thank you for joining me. Don't forget, tomorrow we're streaming Return to Monkey Island for a very, very, very rare Thursday stream, and we'll continue with some recorded sessions of this over the weekend. But yeah, enjoy the rest of the week, folks. Thank you for joining me this evening, as always, and for your help, information, and the banter. But until next time, Elquist is going to rack his brains a little bit and think about what he's going to do next. So until next time, I'll see you soon.